Hello everyone, this is Sandy from Doux Designs. With our live for tonight, we have lots of information and lots of coloring and crafting to do. I've already chosen the colors, super excited. I'm going to kind of talk for a few minutes just to give it some time for you guys to jump on and join me. Can you move that light so it doesn't shine in my... So tonight, what I thought we would do, sorry about the earthquake, trying to fix the lights, is use one of the stamps from one of the new release stamp sets. Hi, Rena, how are you? Been a long time. So I'm not going to show you the whole stamp set today, but you will be able to see it in the grand opening video where you'll get to see my face. Those of you who only see these all the time. Tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. we will have a live where we will talk about products that are in the shop and how everything is going to run. And then it will go live sometime after midnight, probably some time in the middle of the night, but and then you'll be able to shop right away. We'll be there in the morning. Hi, Tammy. So so be here if you can tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for the grand opening reveal of the products that will be in the shop. I won't show you every single thing because that would take a really long time, but I will show you the new stuff, and I'll talk about all the different products that will be available in the shop. And that's going to happen tomorrow at 8:30, and you'll be able to watch the replay if you miss it in the group for up to 30 days. I'm not going to post it on YouTube because we'll do something separate on YouTube. So tonight I wanted to give you a little taste of one of the two new release stamp sets. I'm not going to show you the whole set, but I am going to show you the image we're going to work with tonight and one of the sentiments. So, also, just FYI, if somebody could say hi so I know that I can see comments, that would be super great. We will have... Hello, Cheryl. Hi, Becky. Hi, Shalana. Hi, everyone. So we will have this lunar stencil in the shop as well. You may have seen it other places, so it's not brand new, but some of you have may not have seen it. But I love it, and I use it a lot, so I think it's worth it. Hello. Had a few mini... Oh, you have a few minutes, so you just decided to jump in. Thanks, Becky. I really appreciate that. Okay, so who's ready to see what we're going to use tonight? Drum roll, please. Okay, we're going to do it on this piece of paper, and I already kind of prepped it by using this part of the double layer stencil. So I just kind of drew me a pencil line right there so I could see approximately where I wanted to place this stamp on this card. And then this, here he comes. You ready? This little guy is part of one of the new release stamp sets. He is super cute. Wait till I stamp him. You guys are going to love him. I think you're going to love him. I love him. So we're going to color him a couple of times tonight to give us a little bit of practice with him. And I am going to hand stamp this. I'm not using the Misty, so, you know, bear with me. Just going to stick him approximately in the middle where I want him to be. Hi, Diana. Look at all his cuteness right there. So cute. So he doesn't really have a name, so we can name him if we want, but he is adorable. So I am going to stamp another one of him around this, so he's going to be standing, they're going to be standing around the edge of the moon, which I think is super fun. Hi, Christina. I hope you're feeling well. Probably easier for you to type than talk. We're going to do one more of this little guy, and then know that we're going to do a whole background and everything. This entire card is going to be done tonight. But we're going to do the background with some inks, and I have some inks I've never used before. So, you know, wish me luck. This stamp is new. This stamp is in a stamp set that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stamps in it. 3 of them are sentiments and the rest are some form of images, and this is one of them. What? This is a Doux Designs stamp. This will be available on Saturday as soon as the shop opens with the rest of the set. Now, if you want to see the whole set, you have to come back tomorrow night at 8:30 when we do our grand opening video to show you stuff that is in the shop. So if you just can't wait, tomorrow night you'll be able to see it before it's live. So definitely come back tomorrow. I'll show you the full sets. I'll show you the cards I have. I'll show you everything. So I won't be holding back after tonight. Let me wipe off the excess that's stamped over on the card. So there we go. We have 3 little guys. Yes, Friday night. That is when we're going to do the live. And then sometime after midnight, we're not exactly sure if how long it'll take for it to process to kick off, but we'll be kicking it off at midnight. So sometime after midnight on Friday night for Saturday morning, the shop will open up and go live. The excitement is real. I am very excited. I can't wait. I'm also very nervous and a little bit.
We are going live on Sandy's birthday.
Yes, on my birthday. I hope it's going to be a good birthday. I'm a little bit nervous just because, you know, I hope you guys like everything. So, yeah, there's all that.
We're in the Central Time Zone.
Yeah.
At 8:30 tomorrow will be the live new release preview.
Yes, the new release preview. And we'll include we'll tell you what categories are going to be in the shop, what other things you can find in the shop. I'll show you samples, but you could go to the shop to see all the different stuff. But I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how it works, what we have up and coming, what is happening right now. So you'll get a lot of information tomorrow night. That is the plan. I just didn't figure we could go through all of that and color and create tonight. So we're just going to do this part tonight and then we'll go from there. So I don't know if you saw this. This is a new ink that I have. I've had it for a while. I've never used it. I hope it works out good. It's supposed to be some kind of shimmer-ish. So we're going to play with it tonight. Hopefully it works. Don't know if it will or not. But let's go ahead and color these guys first. So I have E87 out because we're going to do like the little claws and the little feet in these colors. So I want to do the little claws that they have in this color. And then we'll do a little bit of shadow on the feet and the rest in the other color I've chosen. Another E color. I finally was able to get so much stuff together so I was able to clean some of my craft rooms so I can do my live tomorrow night without showing a big old disaster zone like it has been for about 2 months now. Trying to get ready. Oh, I just did the toenails. And then I'm going to put a little bit of shadow on the bottom of his feet down here in this color. And then we'll go to the other color. You'll be able to recognize the Doux Designs images because the packaging is all the same on all of the items, where it's really hard to make those consistent, so it'll be really exciting. Best of luck. Thank you, Cheryl. I still have your prize to send to you if you, so let me know either way what you decide. E84 is next. And we were just going to make it for US only, but I know that would devastate Cheryl, so we definitely made it available so Cheryl can shop with us too. Because, you know, we just gotta make it available for our friends. So if you have any issues, let us know. This is the first time we set up that type of the software, so bear with us. If there's any issues, we will get them fixed as quickly as possible. Just let us know. Thank you, Becky. Okay, so the only other place that I want to put these two colors are just in between the little pom-poms on his head. I don't know why I like to call him that, but yeah. So I'm going to put just a little bit here and on these little lines that are in there. The artist drawn the lines. I just love this little guy. He is so fun. But you know, if I didn't, I wouldn't have put him in the stamp set. So I guess that's not really fair to say. Of course I love him. Okay. Now the last one is E84. So we're not using very many colors to color all of this. These little guys. They're super happy, which is how I feel right now. So this is working out great for us. I am very happy. So we're going to do them 3 different colors tonight. And we're going to start off with BG 09, 07, 05, and 02. So 4 colors for each one. And I'm going to start this one and go that way. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. And as I don't know if you can tell, but he has like little spots in his eyes, so it kind of looks like he's looking in the galaxy. I really like that. That's how we're gonna put him on the moon. So he's gonna look in the sky. BG09 is what we're gonna start with, and we're only doing this guy right here. So I'm gonna go around. We're gonna make these guys a bit fuzzy. You can just color them in however you want, but I'm going to make them on the fuzzy side, because to me that makes them super fun. So I'm just going wherever it dips down and making a line from there. And maybe a few extras, you never know. And I'm kind of angling them all down because I sort of want to keep it, this will go up and this will go down. So that's my intent. So the ones on the side, I'm kind of angling them down so that they can meet up with these ones that are going to go up. If that makes sense. Hopefully you guys are following me on that. Because I want to keep all the fur going in one direction. Otherwise, it just looks funny if it's not. So while this looks a little bit complicated to color, it's super easy. And then here's where we start dipping it kind of to the side. And then we come around and they're going to come down like that. So pretty easy. I want these to stand out. So I'm going to be putting a bit of dark in the little eyebrow areas on each side, because I don't want those to get lost in the fur, just because I think they're cute. Now I'm going to also go down here on the arms and up this way from the bottom. Same with the legs, up from here and down from here. And we're going to do that on both sides. Down this way, up this way. And there we go. Ready for the next color. We have 4 colors, so we're going to work these darker colors a little bit heavier. Hi, Peggy. So what we announced, Peggy, that you missed was that tomorrow night at 8:30 is the grand opening preview so that you can see and hear about all the items that will be available in the new shop. And then after that, sometime after midnight, before you wake up in the morning, or if you're an owl like me, sometime after midnight, the shop will open up. It currently says it's opening soon. It will open up and you will be able to shop and see everything. So I just extended those fuzzies, and now I'm going to do a few more, but I'm going to go from here. I'm just going to start from the center of the bottom area and extend up because I really want to get a little bit more. I'm going to do the same thing from right here. We do not have to go all the way back. This will keep the little, but this will keep them looking fuzzy. I know, right, Peggy? Me too. I can't wait. Also, Peggy, there'll be a surprise from Doux Designs when we go to our craft roulette, when we go to the paper ganza, because I just got that approved to include something for everyone. Okay, so now I'm going to use BG05 to go around the outside of these big eyes. And you know we're going to have to use a multi-liner to darken up those eyes a little more because it'll make them really stand out that way. So look at how funny he looks, like he has glasses on. Okay, and now I'm going to do a few of these brush strokes from the outside of the eyes, from the nose, down into the fur, going in the direction, a few going up. There we go. We're going all the way around. Looks a little funny now, but when we get done, he'll be super cute. So we're also going to go around the mouth. Oh, I didn't pull a color for his tongue, but that's okay. We can grab R11 or something like that. There we go. So now we have him pretty fuzzy right now. We're going to do that on the arms and legs as well. I didn't put the second color in the arms and legs, and that's okay because I want them to be just a little bit different. And I think we're going to change the tops. We're going to leave the pom-poms alone for right now because I think I might change those up and like give them different color, the other colors. I don't know how to say that, but if this one's blue, then maybe this one's things are blue, you know, just mixing it up a little bit. Okay, so now we have BG02, and this is our last color for this guy. So what I'm going to do is try to fill in all those areas where there's white. And we're not saturating it because we want him to look fuzzy. So we're just covering in the areas that are white. I am going to probably spend a little bit of time around the eyes, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. From the bottom, from the top. Get all that white filled in. On the arms and the legs, I'm going to go over some of this brownish color to blend that together so they don't look separated. because right now it looks like, oh, it stops right there and there starts the foot. But if you go over that, you can blend the two together so that it just looks like it all kind of meshes together perfectly. Yeah, this little guy is super cute, but he is the small little extra in the new stamp set. So he's not a main character, he's just an extra. There. Now I'm going to soften around these eyes a little bit because I don't want to be able to see that line. So we're going to kind of work it just a little bit. There we go. Around these eyes. And you could do a different color around the eyes and it would probably make them stand out even more. But I kind of like the idea of just doing them one color. So see how cute he is? Oh, so cute. I can't take it. All right, let's do his tongue real quick. So I am going to use R11 and just color his tongue. That's all I want to do. Just give him a little bit of a pink tongue. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. The next one is going to be, surprise, surprise, purple. But instead of using my regular favorite colors of purple, we're going to actually use BV08, which is an uncommon one for me, V06, V15, and then V04. So those are the colors. He'll be a little different than the normal purples I do. So there we go, BV08. We're going to do the same process. We're just going to go around and add this wherever those little triangle-ish things dip in. And we're going to add...
Coming from the valleys.
Yes, the valleys. Thank you, honey. That's a good way to say that. We're going to go round, keeping those angles till we can get them going up again, just like the bottom of the little guy. There we go. Because we want all of these to make sense when they meet each other. If we do them in all kinds of weird directions, it won't look as good. That is one of the main characteristics of doing really good hair, is that when you do hair, you definitely want to keep going in the direction of the hair, because if you don't, it just looks funny. It doesn't work out the way you need it to. You'd stamp them in your journal. You can't wait to see the full set. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Okay, now we're going to do the little eyebrows. See how much more they stand out since I put the dark color in them. So we're going to do the same thing with the purple. I don't use this BV08 all that often, so it is super juicy. Okay, we're going to do a little bit here and a little bit up from here. And same thing down here. The arms and legs. And super easy to color, and you could use him for anything. I mean, he could be a little friend, he could be a little Martian or the little pom-pom. You could do him any way you want. Yeah, he can be whatever you want. He pops out of my head. Don't know what to say about that, but he would look really cute in a journal, I think. Okay, V06 is going to change colors, so he is going to be very interestingly colored. He's going to have a little mix of pink in with him because you know I love my fuchsia with my purple. I did just get my hair done, and it is very purple right now, which you guys will see if you come to the live tomorrow night, because you will get to see my face instead of just my hands. And you will see Dale as well, because I will be pulling him on screen to say hello, so people who have not met Dale can meet Dale, since We are doing this together. You should know him. I am trying to help him. He is going to learn how to Copic color as well, and he will be doing some lives as well. So get ready, because you guys get to meet him too. Okay, this is the one that I'm going to do a little bit of extra of these fuzzies starting from the center, kind of like here. Just to keep the fuzzies going. We are a duo, that is for sure. And it's going to be big time duo going forward now. Most of the stuff in the shop was either designed or created or handmade by Dale or myself. There's only a few things that came from the outside, but all in the U.S. Stamps and stuff were in the U.S., so that is awesome. Okay, V15, that's the one where we're going to go ahead and do the arms and legs. We skipped the second color on the arms and the legs. It'll keep them a little bit lighter than the rest of him. That way you can see them separated a little bit easier. As you can tell, the arms and legs are a little bit lighter. It just helps to show, especially with a dark color like this. Okay, I'm going to do some from this little eye, from his nose. Just going to keep going around. And don't worry, if you get some in the eye, we're going to be able to fix that with the multi-liner, with the colorless blender, which I'm going to do here in just a few minutes. As soon as that one dries, I'm going to do it on that one because I got a little bit in his eyes, but I'm not worried about that. It will be okay. And the next color is going to bring us back to that pinkish color, so it's going to blend very nicely. Ooh, look at how that cap barely fits on there. You see that? It doesn't even really click. So if you have a marker like that, put it on the other end so they click on both ends. That's really important. I hear some people ask why their markers might dry out, and that would be the reason if you put one of the caps on the end that's not tight. Okay, here we go. Filling in all the white space now, but not spending much time on the paper because we don't want to add too much color. We want to still see our fuzzy lines. And if we need to, we can always go back in and add more if the color washes it out. Hi, Beth. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. This is one of the stamps from the new stamp set that will be released on Saturday. It's super cute. It's not one of the main characters. It's just an add-on that I thought was too adorable to leave out. But tomorrow night at 8:30, I'm going to go live where you'll be able to see my face, and I will show you the full release early. And then the shop will open and everyone will be able to get their good stuff. Good evening, Becky. Thank you for popping on. Okay, remember we have to go here and kind of mesh these two colors together so that it doesn't look like they're not connected. All right. Okay, I like that. I think that I want to go back in one more time with this V06 and add just a few more of those little fuzzies where it kind of just got washed out a little bit. So I'm just kind of randomly putting them in there because I want you to really be able to see them. So just adding a few extras. Remember with Copics, you can always go back in and re-add if you need to. You can always add because they're alcohol alcohol ink, and as soon as the alcohol gets wet, it adds to the, as soon as it gets wet again, it activates it again. So you should be totally fine. Now I'm going to go back in with my VO4 and soften that up just a little bit. Extend out so you can see these just a little bit more. These are almost all different colors of purple, so it looks a little bit cool because they're all different colors, but sometimes you have to work a little to make them go in. I'm so proud of you doing this new chapter. I know you and Dale will do an awesome job. So no going back. That's right. There's no backing up at this point. So no going back. Baby steps will come. Big steps. Remember that. I will. It's a little scary. I'm a little nervous. And Dale asked me earlier today, what's wrong? And I said, oh, nothing's wrong. And he was like, are you sure? And I go, I'm just nervous. I'm nervous. I want people to like it. And I want them to, yeah, their little teeth. And they have a little tongue that we have to color with pink. I'm using R11. I mean, it's been a little bit of a challenge to make sure I had enough that the shop didn't look like I only had 3 things in it, you know. I wanted it, but know that even if there's not a lot of stuff to start out with, there will be, because we're just going to keep making stamps and keep releasing them, and we'll do more than stamps release in the releases every month for a little while to get things built up in the shop. Now we're
spending the last 2 months developing products.
Yes, we have.
For the release and making them.
Gonna use RVs now. We're gonna have a little pink fuzzy guy too. So starting with RV19. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a little bit of a job and a task, and all the photos you have to take and all the, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's more than even I thought it would be to set up the whole thing yourself, you know. I mean, I did kind of run a shop already, but I didn't do it by myself, so some of the things I'd never done, so we had to learn all of this stuff so we could get everything rolling. But you know, I got my techie guy Dale, and then he's making stuff while I'm making stuff, and yeah, it's been fun. And the funny part was that today is the day that I opened the Fans of Doux Designs group last year. I couldn't believe it when it popped up on Facebook that we are 1 year. Our little group is 1 year today. Isn't that awesome? We've been around for 1 year. Yes, it does take time. Yeah, so we've made it, doing our coloring lives twice a week and keeping up with everything. And we've already been doing it for a year, so you guys know I'm in it for the long haul. There we go. We got to get a little bit on these little arms and legs. There we go. It's very stressful on you both, so take time for each other. You need that. Oh, we're gonna try to take a little bit of time at the end of this weekend and the beginning of the week. Don't worry, if you order anything, it'll be shipped right away. But we're gonna be using some of that time in between because our birthdays are back to back. So this is our birthday weekend. We only have 3 days in between our birthdays. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And we might go see the How to Train Your Dragon. That I want to see that for my birthday. So I think my grandson's going to come and we're going to take a few minutes to go and see that movie for my birthday.
Then we gave ourselves enough time to set everything up, so when we did get a little stressed, we just took a break and went and did something fun.
Yeah, we have we did start early. I didn't want to wait till the last minute to do anything. So yeah, we worked pretty hard to not do that to ourselves. We didn't want to get down to the wire and have to delay or anything like that. I mean, we are on target, you guys. There's not going to be a delay and not going to be a change. I mean, it's happening. It's happening on Saturday. Yep. It's going to be fun. We're excited. We get to see Cooper and Haley, and they're going to come to the movies with us because, you know, those who don't know who Cooper is, Cooper's my grandson. He will love it because he and I watch How to Train Your Dragon at the house all the time. Okay, look, I swear you can make that look like they're wearing glasses. It's so cute. But I do that to kind of build a little bit of a fence, if you will, so I don't go into the eye too much. So that's why I'm going around it like that, and then we'll soften that up if we need to after, when we get on our last color. Oh, this pink is going to be super cute. I like it.
Good colors for you.
Yeah, I asked Dale before we started what colors I should make these little guys. All the same, different, and these are the colors that Dale picked. So I do that sometimes when I had to color to make a bunch of cards and all that kind of stuff. So after I've been doing it for a little while, sometimes I get a little bit tired and I'm like, I can't think of what color I should do. And that tends to take me the longest, is choosing the colors. And so I just said, what color should I do? I don't know what color to do. So he picked the colors for you guys tonight. And look at how cute and fuzzy he looks. I'm going to have to get up early Saturday. It's my sleeping day, so make sure y'all tell me the time you're going live. Okay. I mean, we'll post it in the group when it's live. We usually stay up late. We're going to kick it off at midnight at 12:01 when it's Saturday morning. And do know that I will talk about this tomorrow night, but there are some things that are handmade that they are a limited supply. So you want to make sure if you see those, and I'll tell you what they are tomorrow. If you see those and you want them, you'll want to grab them, you know, right then. Otherwise, you might miss out. But that's just on a few things, not all things. Okay, RV13. I mean, we do make most of the stuff in-house so we can make more, but there's a couple of things that just doesn't fall right in that category, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. But, yeah, so we will definitely let you know when it goes live. So just watch the group, because that's where you'll see all the information. That's where I'll give you all the details. And you can also watch the business page if you want. I have a Doux Designs business page on Facebook, as well as our fans of Doux Designs group, which is where you are right now. So that page should have a link that goes straight to the shop from that page. We are going to set that up right before we go live, so people will be able to click from there right into the shop. So we'll be linking everything. I mean, I started all of these groups on Facebook and everything to get ready for one day, hopefully opening a shop. And so that I was on the get-go from the beginning. Oh, you were talking, were you talking to Aunt Bev? Oh, I hope she's doing okay. Aunt Bev's my godmother, my mom's sister. We're just talking if you want to come to the live tomorrow night at 8:30. That's when we'll be introducing the products and talking about all the new stuff that's coming. Just in case you're popping in and out and you missed that, I just want you to know. Okay, so I'm going to do the little tongue. And then what we're going to do is Well, we need to do the pom-poms, but I want to use the colorless blender to fix anywhere that I may have like gotten something in the wrong place. So I went a little bit in the eyes with the blue right here. So I'm going to push that back out into the body and on this side as well. And I could just go over that with the white gel pen, but I wanted to fix it. And then right here, I got just a teeny bit of this pink outside the lines. So I'm going to push that back in. Hopefully it'll stay where it's supposed to be. And now we can work on the little pom-poms on the top. Yes. Oh, good. Okay. She's doing good. That's great. All right. I think what I'm going to do is put the pink on the blue up here. So I'm going to go out on these little lines like this with the darkest color. And then the second color, I'm going to come from the valleys and go towards the center. I want to leave the center alone. I want the center part to be the lightest color. So now I'm going to go with my RB14 and I'm going to go around the outside. So I'm just going to do it really delicately in each one of those little mountains all the way around. And you really don't have to do that much detail if you don't want to, but I like it, so, you know. That's me. The last one is RV13, and we're going to put that in the center. And then we're going to come around the outside and fill any white in. And then we have his little pom-pom done. So he's blue with pink ones. I bet she is. It's been a while since you've been there, so I bet she's really excited for you to come visit. All right, now we have to do, I think I'm going to do blue on the purple guy, because if I don't, I'll be stuck with purple on purple. So this is the BG09. Again, I'm going to go around each artist drawn line from the center, just like that. We got 2 for this guy. The outside guys only have 1 because they're off the page. There we go. If I had decided what colors were going where, I could have already done this, but now I'm going in between all the valley areas. Ooh, we got 2, so I got to do this side too. And you could color them the same color as the little guy, but this time I'm going to try it by skipping the 3rd color and just going straight to the BG02, just the light color. Just add that around and maybe keep them a little bit lighter. Yeah, they look good either way. Either way, either way. I'll show you now what they would look like if we'd have gone around the outside with the 3rd color. It would just make them a little bit darker. Not too much, but just a little bit. So there you go. That's the difference. It's not a lot. It's just a teeny bit of difference. Now purple's going to go on the pink, and then we are going to start rolling with the stencil we're going to use and the new ink we're going to use, which I'm very worried about, but that's okay. We'll figure something out. You can't mess it up. It's just happy accidents. So we'll just roll with whatever we can do. Then the Oh No B06 is next. So from the outside in, I almost think I should have made them all pink purple on the little ear thingies because it's so cool. I really like it. Okay, I'm going to skip 15 and go straight to VO4. It's pretty much close to the 06 color, just lighter. I like it. We're just going to leave that one just like that. Now, I am going to take the colorless blender and double check anywhere I had gotten the color that I had fixed and just touch it one more time. And then I think I'm going to touch the center of these pom-poms to lighten them up just a little bit. I don't know why I like those little centers, almost like they have separate eyes up there on top of their head. I just want them to stand out. All right. Okay, let me move all these so we can start with, okay, so now we have these cute, adorable little guys right here. And we're going to use this stencil. So this is called the lunar stencil, and you get the outside of it, the outside of the moon. And when we cut this, you got this piece. So this is the mask, if you need to mask it. And then this, you can put it any way you want to put the designs for the moon. So we are going to first add that, and then we're going to use this as our mask while we work on the top part. And we're also going to add this. So what I want to do first is put my masks on top of my little guys. So look at them now because they're about to go hiding. Here we go. I already cut them out. They're super cute. I like little bitty fun things like this. I always have. So I have little things, just little bitty cute whatever things all over my desk, because I just love stuff like that. So even have these, just little cute stuff on your desk, and that's what these remind me of. So I'm going to place these over top because we're going to have to do the background and we're going to have to do the stencil, and I want to make sure that they're covered up so we don't mess up our little guys that we just worked so hard on. So I have to make sure it's placed exactly where it's supposed to be so that everything gets covered. Let's start with this little guy up here. That will help line it up for sure. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that worked. And this little fuzzy is going to help hold it on my desk when I get ready to do that. And I did cut these beforehand, but they were way easier to cut out than I thought they were going to be. Because I thought, oh, with all those ridges, it's going to be hard to cut. But you really want to cut into that, into the black, so that you don't miss any white part around your little guy. And so it was a lot easier to cut out than I thought it was going to be. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so he fit on there. Yay. All right, we got one more. Yeah, I didn't want you guys to have to sit there and watch me cut these out. That would not be fun. Although they didn't, like I said, they didn't take a real long time. But I did need 3 of them, so there's that for sure. I think it helps to start with the little pom-pom. And then work from there. And then it just kind of lays perfectly on there. So that makes me happy. Now I'm going to use my little soda press as soon as I find it. And just going to press those on there. I want to make sure that stays on there pretty good. Okay. All right. So now it's time to get rolling. And the reason I put the mask on first was because I put this line so I'd know kind of where the moon sort of was going to be. But I want to go up a little bit higher because I don't want them to look like they're hovering on the moon, but I needed a place to put them. So now we can decide Exactly. And my main focus is making sure that these two guys' feet are going to be on the moon. Any of the excess back there just looks like the moon's behind them, and that's great. No problem at all. So I'm going to use my magnets tonight, and we're going to hope that that holds it all still real well. So we're going to put that one. I'm going to push down those little wiggle ears that are sticking out, the little pom-poms. Gonna put that on there. Let's see, we got pretty steady, so I feel pretty good about that. We're going to use Distress Oxides for the moon, and I'm gonna start with the tumbled glass. I'm gonna want that to be more like the outside of the moon. So I'm gonna use this for just a little bit along the edges, and I probably should have picked a smaller brush, but it is what it is. And I'll be going over it also with some gray, but I'm starting off with a little bit of this tumbled glass. Tumbled glass is one of my favorite oxide colors. You can kind of put it with anything. You can put it with gray, you can put it with blue. I just really like it because it's very, very neutral. I went off. I may need to tape that down. That might not work unless I tape it down. Let's try one more time. These magnets are wicked. If you have them, be careful. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit here and there of this color now, just so there's some in the rest of the moon. And then we're going to move on to our lost shadow. That's going to be the outside. The rest of the moon, if you will. Hello, Beth. Beth, did you just pop on? Did you miss all the news? Let me know and I'll repeat. Come back tomorrow night, 8:30. Really important. You'll be able to see the full sets and the new release and all the details, and we'll talk about everything. And that way I can talk and I won't be crafting and talking. I bet that magnet might hold it still a little bit better. These are big magnets. They should be holding this stuff still. I shouldn't be having this problem. May have got that blue a little darker than I wanted to around the edge, but I think I'm okay with it. It's kind of cool looking. But I'm going to rub some more to try to mesh that out a little bit. There we go. That's much better. I was kind of worried about that, but that's a lot better. All right, now we're going to place, that's so cool looking. And it doesn't have to be the moon, it can be a planet. I mean, we can be all creative and tell our own little stories because you know I got one. I always have one. Here is the other part of that stencil, and we're just going to decide, like, how many craters, what, oh, I kind of like it right there. How many craters, what kind of craters, what you want to put on there. I am going to tape this time because I felt like it didn't stay very well with the magnets. So I'm going to tape the stencil down this time with some Mickey Mouse tape. I just want to make sure it stays. There we go. All right, I have for the center part, the craters, I have black soot. So black soot is next. Yes, I have a brush for every one of them. And I'm going to try to do it with a real light touch because I don't want to make it too dark. But I do want it to look a little bit more blended than that. I do have a smaller brush that has black on it. So maybe in order to make sure that those little places get filled in, if I use this little brush, it might help. I'm going to skip that one because it's kind of off the moon a little bit, the way I have this situated. I'm not going to color on that one. I think I want to do this one though. Skipping that one. And I think I'm going to wipe my brush off camera just to get a little bit of that black color off so I can blend this a little better without making it too dark. It's a little bit darker than I would think, but I think if we go over it with the, if we go back over it with the Lost Shadow, it'll lighten it up and we'll be all good as day. I mean, this is a night scene, but voila! I don't know, kind of like it. Kind of like it just like that. But we are going to touch it real quick with this one, just soften it all up. I just want it to look soft. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I like that. Perfect. That's the perfect moon. Now is the time when we're going to come in with those inks that I've never used before. And cross your fingers that they work, because if they don't, I'll be cutting those little guys out of that and placing them on a background. So let's hope it works. This is what happens when you have inks, you want to try them and you've never tried it. Isn't that neat? I love it so much. It's so much fun. Okay, so we have this mask, which I am going to use. And I'm going to grab this tape that we used, this tape right here. I'm going to turn them upside down so I can work on this sky up here. So I want to put this over like that. I know it's not taping my paper down. I get that. But I don't want to accidentally go into this part. I just don't. And we're going to add some magnets. And we're going to hope it stays still. There we go. All right, here we go. Time for the sky. So I wanted to use these. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. It is cool. I love that stencil. Dale is really good at making those layered stencils. I have 3 colors I picked. The Lavender Fields Shimmer, Peacock Tails Shimmer, and Galaxy Dream Shimmer. This one's pretty dark. This one has the purple and blue, and this one has the green and purple. So they I feel like they would all blend really well together. We're going to start with the one with the green in it, move on to the one with the blue in it, and then end with this one. So they're going to kind of go from the top down a little bit. And what this ink does is if you can do it on black. And if you do it on black paper, you get one of the other colors. Or there's a shimmer when you move the paper from the purple to the green. So it gives you a lot of really awesome galaxy kind of feel to everything. So I want to play with it and see how it goes. So I opened up a new brush for each color. So this is the Lavender Field. So it'll take us a little bit to get that going because getting the ink on the brush is a little challenging. Look at how beautiful that is. That's like one of my favorite ones. Well, if these don't work, you can buy mine. Because I've bought them a long time ago and haven't used them. I have a whole bunch of them. Okay, we're going to take a scratch paper so we can, test. But let's pick them up. Pick it up. I mean, you have to pick up a lot when you first start using it so you can make sure that you can get that ink going into the brush. Huh?
You have to load your brush.
You have to load your brush big time. Starting to get there. Oh yeah, this is gonna work. Okay. Well, it might work, but we need to load our brush up. A lot of ink on our brush. We'll probably have to dip a bunch of times. So I kind of want to get a bit of this towards the top. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm hoping that they'll all blend together, but right now, not so bad. Now you probably can't see the shimmer happening, but you'll be able to see it when I pick up the little paper. Now I'm just adding a little bit more lower so they blend well together, because I feel like if there's nothing down there, it's just going to leave this one big line, and I don't want a big line. So that's kind of our purple. As it dries, we'll be able to see the green, but we'll have to see it. We'll have to see it when we lift up the paper, which I'm a little bit excited about, by the way. Okay, next we're going to do the peacock tails. I haven't opened this brush either. So it's a new brush. And look at this one. That's peacock tails. I can almost see the purple in it when I'm looking at it. So we gotta load up the brush again. This one seems a little juicier than the other one. So, see, that's what I was afraid of, is that it'll give me it splotchy instead of, oh good, okay, yeah, we just gotta load this up really good. Probably wouldn't have to do this if I'd ever used these before, but since I never have, we have to load them up. And I'm okay with some of this going up into it, because I'll get yours. I mean, I have all the sets. I mean, just text me. We could probably work something out. I probably don't need every single one of them, but I have every one of them. Well, every one of them that was available at the time that I bought mine. I just thought I'd give them a try because they're pretty cool. You can do them on black paper too. Hey Dale, if you can grab me a piece of black paper, I can show them what they look like on the black. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the purple one and work this line right here. I'm okay with there being a line right there, but I wanna see if I can soften it up. I really need a lot of this ink on here. Just a black piece of paper. You can get it from my cardstock if you want. It's behind me. Okay. Just want to kind of show them what it looks like. So this is this is just black paper right here. I mean, you can already see it. See how it's not purple, it's green? Look at that. See? So they're pretty cool. You can do them on white or black paper. I think that's really neat. I'll show you each one of them. Like, we'll do each one of them. I'm going to darken this color up, and I think it's going to...
Do you think that maybe some of the black would come, or the shimmer might come through with the green if you would have did a layer of like black soot and then put that on top?
I mean, maybe, but I think that they're so wet that they would pick up the black soot and contaminate the colors, and I don't want to contaminate the colors. I think I'm pretty happy with that blend. I like it. It's not as smooth as an oxide blend, but really we're talking about the sky, and is it smooth when you look at it in the sky? Not really. So this one is the Galaxy Dream shimmer, and look, it just looks black. It doesn't even look pretty. Okay, so I showed you the purple one, the Lavender Fields, and then the blue one on this paper right here. So the cover looks blue to purple. So I should be able to pick up this blue, and when I put it on the black, it should be purple. I mean, that was what I understood from watching the videos. Yep, and that's what it did, purple. See? So whatever color is on this side is the color you get on white, and whatever's on this side is the color you get in shimmer on black. We're learning together. Isn't this fun? All right. Galaxy Dream. I think I have tried this color before, just because, you know, I probably got them and said, ooh, I'm going to play with these, and then I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, I don't really need that. But I do have a brush for this one. So let's see. Yeah, this one's going to be real dark, and I'm happy about that. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to start up here by where the edge of the moon is. And I'm not going to go all the way to the moon. I'm going to try to leave a real light area close to the moon so it looks like it's kind of a glow. But we'll see. And I don't know what this is going to look like when you start seeing all these colors like shimmering. I have no idea what that's going to look like. But I think this was a good call to do the blue on the bottom instead of the purple. And I can use my little guy's mask to get some of the ink off before I start blending it together. But it's very smooth and easy to blend together, so that's kind of cool. I like that. Just in case you've never tried these. It does feel pretty smooth, but it dries really fast. So you only get just a little bit of time, and then you have to get more ink because it dries so fast. So it really does dry fast. This is almost like a black soot, what it looks like on the paper. But this is how we try new things. We all try new things. And skies, they always look different. You just never know what you're going to get when you're looking up at the sky.
That's an alien sky.
It does look like an alien sky, kind of. And these could be my little aliens right here. You never know. You never know. I'm going to just go along the top just a little bit to kind of mix in some of that darker color with the rest. Just for the heck of it. Now we have to go back with the blue one more time to soften the area between the black and the blue. You know, kind of soften this up a little bit, add a little bit of blue in there, kind of get that rolling together. I think that's going to look really nice. This worked out a little better. I was pretty nervous about it, but it seems like it's working out pretty good. I think when we add stars and all that kind of stuff, it's going to look really good. We'll probably use a Posca pen for the white part, just because I want to make sure it really stands out on top of this ink. So there we go. I think we got most of it. I don't like this spot right here. Needs a little bit of love. Also, we could blend it out with the black one. We could also put a little purple. Let's smooth it up. There we go. Might as well. Let's add some purple too while we're at it. We might as well just go crazy. I kind of like this. Let's just add a little purple here and there. You guys know I love the purple anyway. You can put purple anywhere and make me happy. There we go. I kind of like it. We're about to find out. in just a minute, as soon as I put these lids back on, because I don't want them drying out. There we go. All right, so that was 3 colors, 3 brand new colors that we've never used before. It looks like Northern Lights. Yay, that's what I was thinking. Northern Lights, Galaxy, something like that's what I was hoping for. Okay, I don't want to touch it too much. I don't know how long it takes for this to dry, but I'm going to need to clean off my desk before we put it back down. So I'm just going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to grab me a little paper towel. I'm going to spray my desk and hope that cleans it up. Perfect. Easy clean. So you guys might like that ink's an easy clean. I like it when that happens. We didn't even need to get any alcohol out or anything. And now we'll bring our picture back up here so you can see. Look at the shimmer on it. You see all that shimmer? It's pretty cool. It's like an iridescent, like really cool. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can stamp our sentiment real quick. So, or maybe I should measure it for the card first. Let's see, this is the card we did the other day. Let's use the back for a measurement. Look at our moon with our sky. See if I need to trim this down at all. Yep, I'm gonna need to trim it just a little or it won't fit on the card base. And I'm kind of thinking maybe a black card base might be the right one. I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe a blue might be okay. Probably I might want to do it from this end because I want to keep that pretty sky stuff going on there. There we go. And then we are going to have to trim from the sides a little bit. I don't...
Stop.
What?
Take your masks off so you don't cut them.
Oh, good point. I need to lift my mask. Dale says take my mask off. You guys want to see it before I trim it? Let's take our masks off. That's the reveal. That's half the fun right there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So cool. All right, next one. This is the purple guy. I like to do it really carefully. Plus, this ink still feels kind of wet at the top, so I want to give it a little bit of time to dry. It's not really coming off of my fingers, though. I like that. Here's the purple guy. Oh. I'm glad that ink worked out, you guys, because I was really worried about it. Okay, let me fix his little pom-pom, his little antenna. Here we go. This one's going to be really bright. Ah, and they're all standing on the moon, perfectly on the moon. Awesome. Okay, we have to trim it a little, but I don't want to trim it too much, so I need to be really careful. So probably want to do it about right there. And then this side, I mean, we need it to be 4, but that's gonna cut the eye off, and I don't want to do that. So we're just going to trim just a teeny bit from this side, and we'll just make it work like that. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And look, we did so many different techniques. So I don't know, do I want to put a sentiment down here? I think I should put it down here so we can play around with the sky. We're going to use VersaFine Clear. It dries a little faster than other kind, and it's really dark, so I should be able to hit the right color in the first shot. So here we go. Yeah, I'm eyeballing it. I am. I know it's crazy. You probably can't read it from there. It says, "You're out of this world." I probably squished it down a little more than I should have. But I think it's fine. You can read it. You can tell what it says. It's okay. All right. So let me get my Posca pen real quick. So I have a couple of them here. I also have a Sharpie I could use if I wanted. Let's test writing on this ink with the Posca pen and see if it works. Oh yeah, we're not going to have any problem with that. All right, we're going to get our white just like we need it to be, so that's perfect. So this is a Posca pen, Posca pen. I also have some stars that I can put in the sky. I mean, we can draw them or I can put them in the sky, but I wanted to use these just to enhance this white part of the eye, even though it's already white. Once we start putting this on, I may not put the backdrop on it right now unless it dries super fast. I just like to put a little bit on the eyes. That's a personal preference. You know, I can't help myself. That's awesome. Okay. That is cool. And we could do something like a shooting star. And we could do a few like this. So they just look pretty cool in the sky. Whatever kind of sky you want to do, you can do.
That's why I included stars on the stencil.
Yes, I know. Let me see if I have... I know I have my little hearts. But hold on one second. Let me get them out. My stars. I need my stars. Oh, my stars. I need my stars. Give me 1 second to find them. I found hearts. Hearts are not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my stars. Where did I put them? I'm looking at all my little cracks and crevices over here, you guys. Give me just a minute. I will find them. Oh, I found some white stars. Okay, hold on. We're going to use part of the shaker bits from this Spider-Man shaker pack I have. Did you know you could pick out the pieces in your shaker bits and use them? I like to do that. That's 3, 4, 5. I think 5 is good. All right, here we go. We're going to stick a couple of stars in the sky. I kind of like these better because they're white. They're just plain white. All right, so we're going to use our Barely Art glue if it comes out. There's 5 star places. Here's one. Stick. Here's 2. I might need more glue on that one. Here's 3. And there really isn't much more to the card that I would do other than just putting it on a card base. So you guys don't actually have to watch me do that part. We just needed to get this part done. You'll see the total card finished when I post it, which I will. You know I'll post it because it's going to be the new release. So now I'm going to use my little soda press right here just to make sure that they're down good. So I can lift the paper up and show you the shimmer. I mean, there's so many things. You could put a little bling or a gemstone in the center of these little dots if you wanted. I'm not a mushy person, but I've been watching you forever, but I'm so happy you and Dale are doing your own thing. I'm very proud of you both. Oh, thank you, Beth. I really appreciate that because it's been a journey. That is for sure. I like this ink. I really, really like this ink. Okay, here we go. I'm still willing to sell some though if you know, I don't think I need as many colors as I have. But when you shimmer it, you can see, like it's a little hard to see on camera, but you can tell like this is green and this is purple. And then this almost looks like a pink. See? So you get all the colors in that sky, which is super cool, especially when you just look at it like that's really cool.
Yeah, how it would have looked if you would have went over it with the glazing wax.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have done that too. I mean, so many things you can do. You can always do different stuff with your designs. Oh, I forgot to show you what the last color looked like. I am not going to leave you hanging like that. This one is the Galaxy Dream. That one was the like black to, I don't know, purple or something, or pink, or fuchsia, or I don't know. We're about to find out though. Yeah, these are super cool on black. We could have even used black background for that and it would have looked really cool too. All right, I might play with these a little bit more than I thought I would. I almost gave up on them and just sold them, but look at that. Look at the vibrant colors that you get on black. So these are exactly the same colors that you see here, but here they are on black. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Oh my gosh. These are Lisa Horton Crafts pads. We're not selling these. I just happen to have them and thought they matched up with this cute little guy really well. So there's an idea of what that looks like. So it's going to be really, really cool. And it's pretty much dry. It's like, it's not coming off on my hands. So I like that too. We could put it on the card base, I guess, if I have a black card base cut out. Man, I just made 89 cards the other day, so I don't have a lot of, I need to make some more. Oh, we could use this one. We could use that color, or I have a dark purple. No, that's light purple. That's not dark. This one's a little darker. I don't know. I kind of like that blue. Maybe we should just roll with that. Since I don't have a black one ready, we can just put it on the card base so you guys can see. I like them, but I don't have them like you. They are not cheap up here in Canada. Oh, I bet they're not. I bet they're not. I got them when somebody I knew was getting a full set, and we bought them together and they were on sale, and that's the only reason that I bought the whole set, because they were on sale and they were a really good price. At this point, I can't remember how much I paid, but it was probably 6-8 months ago. But I like them. I don't really own, I know I told you guys, I don't really own any colored ink pads. I have a few small teardrop Memento ones, but I don't really keep colored ink pads on hand, with the exception of the oxides. And I have all the oxides because they do cool stuff other than, you never seen ink like that before. They are very cool. Yeah, they're called Cloud 9 and they're by Lisa Horton. They're a big thing. I saw them on YouTube or something, and that's where I got the idea that I thought I wanted to try them. But then I went all out, bought them all, and didn't even know how to use them. That's me, full set syndrome. I have, let's see, there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 20. I think I have 25 of them. I don't think I need 25. I have the Cloud 9 metallics, and you love them. Yeah, are there different ones? This is the, oh yeah, this is the shimmer. So I guess they are different. I wonder if that's all I have is just the shimmer. Yeah, I think all mine say shimmer. Well, there's this one. It says dye and pigment interface. It said night sky too. I could have tried that, I guess. So, I don't know. Most of mine say shimmer on them. So, I think I ended up with the shimmer. I don't think I have the metallics. So, they must be different. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about them. I have 25. I don't know how many they have on the market. At the time I bought them, that was all they had. So I just got them all. So you can try them. I want to say, I thought Spellbinders, I thought I got them through Spellbinders, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. Look, it looks nice on this backdrop. I really like it. I hope you guys like that card. I picked the tiny little piece of this stamp set, but there are some other larger stamps in the stamp set. That's so cool. Yes, it is. Yep. I have to learn it and play with it. And yeah, and this is the first time I'd ever done it. Silver and copper. Ooh, man, does that sound nice. Yeah, I really like that. I've contemplated buying ink pads that have colors, like maybe in the VersaFine Clair or something like that. But I just, every time I get there to buy them, I'm like, am I really going to use them? Because I'm a colorist and I just want to color. So am I really going to use the colored ink? Do I need to have the ink pads just for that one time when, oh, I'd like the sentiment to be a different color? I mean, probably not. So, oh, these will be in the shop as well. And by the way, if you want to know how big they are, this is my hand. I am about 5'2", so my hand is pretty small.
If you put them against the board, you can see how many inches it is.
No, because you can't see the inches on the board.
It's about 2.5 inches.
But here's a ruler. It is so handy and fits right in your bag when you travel. I love this thing. See? It's a little bigger than 2, like almost 2.5. It's really small, but it's super handy. So those will be in the shop too, for sure, because I can't live without them. If there's something I can't live without, it'll be in the shop. So I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget to come back tomorrow night at 8:30. I will post tomorrow to let you know we're on. And I will be there at 8:30. I am going to get my nails done before that.
You can let Peggy know that color is added to the store.
I was hoping that you would have those in the I've been eyeing yours. Oh yes, and we have this color. It's a color shift. Blue, green, pink. Cool, huh? I love it. Yes, we will have the color shift. So yeah, okay, so meet back here tomorrow at 8:30 and I'll show you all the cool stuff. It'll be so much fun. I can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow. I will post in the group so you'll know what's going on. I'll keep you updated. We'll be, even though it's my birthday, we're still going to be sticking around the house so we can get any shipping out right away. And then, I will see you guys tomorrow and talk to you later. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. We don't mind. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like this little monster fuzzy dude. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Have a great evening.